Many people think that villas are for retirees. Today, I'm going to show you a tour of a villa here in Northeast Fort Wayne under $250,000, and there are no age restrictions. My name's John D, and I'm a realtor in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And on this channel, I talk about all things real estate as well as Fort Wayne. So if you're looking to relocate to Fort Wayne, sell your home for the most amount of money, or looking to buy around Fort Wayne, or just have questions about what options are best for you, I have people who message me and text me and ask questions all the time about what real estate is doing in and around the Fort Wayne, Indiana area. If you want to know a little bit more about Fort Wayne and what goes on here, be sure to check out some of my other videos. So let's head over to Concord Place neighborhood and check out these villas in the neighborhood. I'm also going to take you on a personal walkthrough tour of this villa, and then I'll show you on a map where exactly this villa is located. And I will also show you 4 others online that have sold recently. I like that this villa is actually not attached to the other ones in this neighborhood, so you don't share a wall with anyone, even though it was quite close, as you could see. Now, this villa has 1,461 square feet, and it was recently built in 2025. Nobody has actually lived here. And as you could tell, it's located kind of near a busier street, which is Maplecrest. And I'll show you on that on a map in just a minute. But this is the side of the house where you would enter at the front door. And unfortunately, you can't see where the walking trails and paths are back here because it recently snowed. But there are a ton in this neighborhood, which I really like. Now, this home was listed at $249,000, but they ended up getting an offer and it sold for a little bit more than that. Now, it is 2 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms with an upstairs loft. I'm going to show you all the little closet spaces and everything that I love about this place. The vaulted ceilings make every room seem extremely large. The first bedroom is 12 foot by 11 foot, and the second bedroom, which is the master bedroom, is 15 feet by 12 feet, and it has a recessed ceiling. This bedroom over there was located near the rear of the house, and that does face the road. They said they would be willing to put in some trees to help with some of the road noise and to give it a better aesthetic feel. There's bathroom number 1, and here is your laundry area. Now, a couple of things to note about the villa fees in this area. It does not just cover for this home the snow removal and the lawn care. This actually includes your water, sewer, and trash pickup. And it also covers the siding and the roof. So there's a lot of peace of mind that come with this villa. Now, the villa fees for this home in particular are $248 a month. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Give me a thumbs up if you think this is right on, or a thumbs down if you think this is too much. Now, what did you think of that loft area? I loved the little bench. There is so much electrical outlets. Here is storage down below. Now, that living room that you saw over there is 13 feet by 15 feet, and it leads right into that dining area with the open concept of 9 feet by 11 feet. Here is the master bedroom. I'm going to show you a little bit that it faces the front yard. You can see the neighbor's car over there on the left, and then we go into the master bathroom and the walk-in closet. And as I mentioned before, this villa does not have an age restriction. However, some villas in the area, both North Fort Wayne and South Fort Wayne, have age restrictions on some of these villas. So it is important to note when you are looking at villas that there may or may not be age restrictions, and you need to check out and see what their dues actually cover. Now let's check out the kitchen, and I'll show you a little peek of the garage as well, and then I will show you on a map exactly where this is located. Also, if you absolutely hate doing snow removal of your home outside, whether you shovel or whether you are snow blowing it with a snowblower, Give me a thumbs down with a snowflake and let me know if you dislike taking care of all the snow and salting. Here's a little view of the neighbor out your kitchen window and the rest of the kitchen. I absolutely love this dining room light. It is so pretty. Now, let's check out where this house is actually located. So it is 8049 Harrisburg Lane, and I talked about the proximity to shopping and all sorts of conveniences like 469. So this highway right here connects very shortly to 69, and you can take this to Indy, you can take this to Michigan, but also right nearby you have shopping. Right here is gas station. You go down further, there are restaurants nearby, but here is St. Joe and Maplecrest, and right in here is Kroger Marketplace. You have Salsa Grill, you have the YMCA, and then down over here you have Target and Planet Fitness. There are several other restaurants in this area as well, and I'll show you some of those, but there are so many different options as to where you could eat or where you could shop. And that is one of the really nice things. And if you look over here, we're very close to downtown. I would say about a 10-15 minute drive. Let's look at a couple of houses that have actually sold in the last 6 months. Here are four others to compare to. So this home right here listed and sold for $239. It is 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,160 square feet. It was built in 2025 and it's located just off of Cook Road. So if we look at the map right here, there was a few that were built right in this neighborhood. The airport is very close here. Now, this is a very small airport, but there is a ton of shopping and restaurants right within a 2 minute drive of here. You literally have the Meijer right over here, and there's Sam's Club, and then down further, you have Costco, and then a little bit further down, you have Coliseum and Glenbrook Square Mall. So there are tons of options right here. This home is beautiful. It is connected to a next door neighbor, so you do share a wall. But here are just some pictures of the inside of what it looked like. Now, there are definite fees with this one. It was sold for $239.9, as I said. It has $100 a month landscaping only HOA. So it's very reasonable, but does not cover any electricity or utilities or anything like that, or any maintenance to the home. Let's take a look at a second villa. This one sold in August of 2025 and went for $255. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, and 1,300 square feet. This one is also attached to a neighbor over here. But here are some pictures of the inside of the home. This one was a little bit older. I can't remember the year, but everything that I am showing you was built in the last 5 years. Now, this one has a $108 a month HOA, and I'm not sure what it covers because it did not list this on the MLS, but it's something that I could look into further if you're curious to know for future homes that you're looking at. Now, according to location, let's check that out as well. It has a beautiful four-season room, and it looks like it has a wooded backyard. This one is located near Maplecrest and Rothman, so kind of close to where we were just looking before. The other first home that we were looking at is located right here. This one is very similar location. So you are in the northeast part of Fort Wayne, right over here. There are a few different duplexes and condos and villas in this area. So if you're interested in seeing any of these or finding out if they have age restrictions, let me know. I would love to help you with that. Here is the third condo, This one's more of a freestanding, as you can see. It sold for $265,000 and is 3 bedroom, 2 bath, and 1,570 square feet. Now, the HOA fees on this one are not super specific. It does say that it covers all snow and lawn care. Now, it does say that they are 375 annually, plus an additional fee. Now, I don't know if this additional fee of $271 is monthly, quarterly, or otherwise, because it was not listed in the contract. Now, I mentioned this home was built in the last 5 years, but obviously just a little bit older, and somebody was living in it before it went to market. And the one that I've first shown you is something that is brand new build that nobody's ever lived in before. Now, in terms of location for this house, it is located over here off of Laymeyer and Stellhorn. This is pretty close to where the other home is because Maple Crest is right here, and we were looking at Maple Crest and Rothman area. This home is located pretty close nearby. So if we were to look for that target, that is right over here. So not too far away. This is the northeast side of Fort Wayne again. The last home that we're looking at is 1078 Bunting Drive, and this is a 2 bedroom, 2 bath with 1,501 square feet. And it sold last October. And again, like I said, if I pulled up more stats, I would know exactly how old the home is, but I pulled everything in the last 5 years. This one's HOA dues are a little bit more. I'm not exactly sure what they cover because it doesn't give the description within the listing. Now, I could call each listing to find out, but I figured for the purposes of this video, it would give you a good idea. But this one is $200 monthly. Now let's look at the map and see exactly where this is located. There's actually quite a few condo and villas right in this area off of Wallen and Coldwater, and it is super convenient to a lot of different shopping and restaurants. If you go directly up from there, you have DuPont within less than a mile. There are so many different shopping areas and restaurants all within this corridor right here. And then if you go just a little bit south, you also have shopping all along in here. And just past 69, you then run into Glenbrook Square, all very centrally located. Out of all of these villas on the north side of town, I'm curious to know which ones you thought were the best and the best bang for their buck, especially with the fees and everything associated with them. And have you ever been interested in living in a condo or villa and don't know where to look? I'm curious to know if you want me to make a video on the southwest side of Fort Wayne and what villas or condos are located down there and what those price points are. If so, give me a thumbs up in the comments and I will make a video on those. And as always, if you have real estate questions, be sure to send me a message and I would be happy to answer them.